Hey guys, Key and Fishing Creek Outdoors here. This is my second. I'm gonna do today a hard bait and a soft plastic lure review. And I'm gonna try to keep this up, do a soft plastic and a hard bait lure review together in one day. But anyway, my soft bait lure review video for today is the Jackal scissor comb. This is the 6-inch version. It's not the new 3.8-inch version. Nobody can get a hold of that quite yet. It's not out yet. But yeah, first we'll go over the price point and the specs. I think the price point for this is $4.99, so $5 for a 6-pack. I fished this bait for probably a month and a half now, and when I need a finesse presentation. Now, honestly, it's finesse, but it's not finesse at the same time. This is a 6-inch bait, alright? This is it's not a tiny drop shot bait. It's not a 4-inch wacky rigging bait. It's a 6-inch finesse bait. It's finesse, but in a bigger profile. You know what I'm saying? This is in the crawdad color. It doesn't look like it doesn't look what it looks like. It doesn't look like the picture of Tackle Warehouse. Like the picture on Tackle Warehouse of the crawdad color looks more to be like a transparent color. No, it is a solid orange with black and orange flake in it. It's not transparent at all. I mean, it is thick orange with black and orangish reddish flake. I've had quite a bit of time to fish this bait, and when I'm fishing a soft plastic alone on a spinning rod, this is what I go to. This plain out catches fish. Now there are some situations where the other day when I was fishing, what was it, last Monday, I was having a lot of short strikes on this, and I went through a pack of them. I was getting ripped off right here, right where my hook was, because I was using a 4-aught hook. 5-aught goes back here, so there's not as much movement, you know. They were short striking, and they were ripping this whole thing off, and all I had left of this. So they were ripping off probably 4 inches of the bait, and I had hits after hits, and I was just there. I got into a school of them in this one pond, but I don't know what it was. I think they wanted a smaller finesse presentation. Now they were hitting it on the fall. It would hit, and probably 2 seconds after it, while this lure was falling, and all these legs and tentacles were moving. This lake has probably a foot of grass off the bottom. So it's very grassy, except for some sand flats that it does have, and some little weeds. Not weeds. They're like a sharp grass. It's kind of hard to explain, but anyway. So I was fishing this, casting it way out into where the ledge is, and I was letting this fall, and all these little legs shimmer as they go, and you can just see them shimmering now. I mean, the water pushes up against them, these tails go crazy. There's just so much. I mean, this is bending, moving, it's got the ribs and stuff like that. This bait has so much action and entices bite, but sometimes if they're really, really finesse and they're short striking and stuff like that, it is a little too big. But then again, that's why they came out with the 3.8-inch. When they're biting this style of lure, but it's just a little too big for them. So at iCast, they came out with the 3.8-inch. But anyway, on to my review of the lure. I love it. I simply love it. This is my go-to for what I do fish finesse. I'm starting to get into it, as well as crankbait fishing. This is my go-to finesse lure. I don't even sometimes fish a finesse. I put it on a 1/2 ounce weight in Texas rig it, you know. It's so versatile. You can swim it. I've had fish come up and just hammer it if you swim it right above the grass lines, or swim it and pop it in and out of rocks and stuff like that. This lure just dominates. It simply dominates. It is a great lure. You can flip it and pitch it. You can make long casts, swim it back, let it drop, let it fall, Texas rig it back. You can drop shot it if you really want to, if you're heavy duty drop shot fishing. It is just a great all around lure, and I've caught a lot of fish on it. It just does the job. It's a cool bait, but I can't wait to get my hands on some more colors and some more of those and the new 3.8 inches. So yeah, I would definitely recommend picking up this lure if you're looking for something, a bigger finesse lure. If you got some bigger fish or some fish that are maybe hitting a little bigger bait, because I've had 12-inch bass eat this. It's half their body size and they just eat the whole thing. But then there are times where it is a little too big for fish, and they just short strike and they rip more than 3/4 of the body off. But yeah, this, other than the rage baits, like baby rage crawls and DB crawls and rage bugs and stuff like that. Those are my go-to Texas rig and flipping and pitching stuff. But I do like to Texas rig this, and if I have selective cover to flip and pitch to. I'm not punching. I'm not punching with this. I'm not doing stuff like that. Selective cover, flipping and pitching, sparse grass, because it's obviously not. It's not going to come through weeds and stuff. If you have some wood primarily rocks, and like I said, selective cover. If you got like a little cattail patch or something sticking out, good. Texas rig, swim it. I do use this. I honestly have been using this more than the baby rage crawls lately. But then again, when they were short striking, I went to the baby rage crawl. But anyway, can't wait to pick up some more of these, and I need to get into some more finesse stuff because it's the kind of season, and a lot of the lakes and ponds I'm fishing, they require that kind of bait. But anyway, I give this lure 5 stars. Yeah. Great action. You can do so much with it, and because of the action and versatility, it does deserve that. And it also just plain out catches fish. Weird looking and crazy. My friend, when I fished with him, he would call it seaweed. He'd be like, "Hey Keegan, you're using the seaweed lure," and I would cast out and catch a fish. And that was the first time I used it with him, and he was like, "You're not gonna catch anything on that. It looks like seaweed." I cast it out right in front of him. "Hey Cody, watch this." Whoa. And then he stopped calling it seaweed, which is pretty cool because it doesn't look like it would work, but it plain out works. But anyway, it's my review. It's not going to be as long as a Mega Bass lure unboxing review. It's not as much to say about it, but it is a great lure. It does work. It plain out catches fish. Yeah. This is the Jackal scissor comb, the 6-inch. This is in the crawdad color, and it has a price point of $5.